Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to completely reframe how you think about your money. So forget those super complex spreadsheets, forget all the restrictive rules. We're going to explore a really powerful method that's been proven for decades, running your personal finances just like you'd run a successful business. Does this sound a little too familiar? The paycheck hits your account, you pay the rent, the bills, you buy some groceries, maybe grab a few nice things here and there, and then all of a sudden you're looking at your balance wondering, where on earth did it all go? It's that classic frustration, right? It feels like your money just vanishes into thin air. Well, the solution is a simple but really profound shift in your mindset. We're going to stop just spending money and start managing it. You are about to become the CEO of your own financial company. And why does this work? Because profitable businesses stay in business by doing one thing really well. They consistently make more than they spend. That's our goal too, to end every single month with a profit. So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll talk about making that mental shift from chaos to control. Then, we're going to build the most important tool in your new toolkit, your personal profit and loss statement. After that, we'll learn how to do a monthly performance review just like a real CEO. And finally, I'll give you a super clear 10-step plan to put it all into action. Okay, let's start with the foundation. Because look, before any tool or technique can actually work, we have to get our mindset right. This is all about moving from being a passenger in your financial life to grabbing the steering wheel and being the driver.
So here's the crucial point. You absolutely cannot improve what you don't measure. You know, a study from Rice University actually found that one of the biggest drivers of financial improvement is just being more aware of where you stand, your assets, your debts, your spending habits. It's kind of funny, the more you pay attention to something, the better you naturally get at managing it.
This quote from Dave Ramsey just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures what we're trying to do here. We're shifting from that reactive state of, where did my money go, to a proactive one, where you tell every single dollar exactly what its job is.
Okay, now for our main tool. In the business world, a profit and loss, or P&L statement, shows exactly how profitable a company is. We're going to create a simplified version for our personal lives, and trust me, it's incredibly powerful.
Every P&L statement starts at the very top with revenue. For us, that's simple. It's your income. This is your salary, any money you make from a side hustle, basically all the cash that comes into your account in a month. This is our starting point. Next up, a business has something called cost of goods sold, which are the essential costs to even operate. For our personal P&L, we'll call these fixed expenses. These are your needs, the non-negotiables like rent or your mortgage, utilities, insurance, those minimum debt payments. These are the expenses you absolutely have to pay just to live. Then you have the operating expenses. We'll call these discretionary expenses. And these are your wants. This category covers all that variable, non-essential spending. Eating out, shopping for clothes, grabbing concert tickets, subscriptions you could probably live without. Let's be honest, this is where most of our financial leaks happen. The formula couldn't be simpler, but it is the absolute core of our strategy. Just like a business, you take your total income, you subtract your fixed and your discretionary expenses, and whatever's left over, that's your net profit. For us, that profit is our savings. The goal is to make that number as big as possible every single month. And here's what this looks like in practice. It's super simple. You see in this sample, you've got your income right at the top. Below that, you list out your fixed costs and your discretionary costs. And then at the very bottom, that's the most important number on the page, your net profit. Just seeing it laid out like this brings so much clarity. This quote from Warren Buffett is the perfect piece of strategic advice for any new CEO of their finances. The whole point isn't to just hope there's some money left over to save at the end of the month. No way. The goal is to plan for your profit, your savings first, and then strategically decide how you're going to spend the rest. So you've made a plan, right? You've got your budget. But a plan is pretty much useless if you never check in on it. So let's move to the execution phase. A good CEO reviews performance every single month to see if the company is on track. And we're going to do the exact same thing.
This right here is your key management tool. It's the budget versus actual report. It compares what you planned to spend in each category with what you actually spent. And this isn't a test, it's just a reality check. It shows you exactly where your plan and your real-life behavior are lining up or not.
So let's look at an example. For each category, say groceries, entertainment, transportation, you've got a column for your budgeted amount, your actual spending, and then the difference, or the variance. It makes it incredibly clear, really fast, where you went over or maybe even came in under your plan.
And this is the most important question a CEO can ask. Don't just look at the numbers and move on. You have to analyze them. Why were your grocery costs higher than you planned? Was it a one-time thing like hosting a party? Or is your budget just not realistic? Why was your side hustle income lower? This analysis is where the real learning happens.
And remember, this whole process is not about feeling guilty or judging yourself. It is a feedback loop. You're just gathering data on your own behavior so you can make smarter, more informed decisions next month. It's all about continuous improvement.
All right, so we've covered the mindset, we've got the tool, and we have the review process. Now, let's bring it all together with an actionable plan that you can use to get started today.
Here it is, your 10-step roadmap. 1. Track everything for 1 month. You need real numbers to get started. 2. Build your first personal P&L using that real data. 3. Set clear goals. What are you saving all this profit for? 4. Be brutally honest about separating your wants from your needs. 5. Build an emergency fund. Every good business has cash reserves for a rainy day. 6. Make paying down high-interest debt a top priority. 7. Plan for those irregular expenses, the ones that only pop up a few times a year. 8. Commit to that monthly budget versus actual review. Make it a non-negotiable. 9. Remember, your budget is a living thing. Adjust it when your life changes. And finally, number 10, practice being an objective, unemotional observer of your own spending habits.
Ultimately, running your finances like a business isn't about obsessive tracking just for the sake of it. It's about gaining the clarity and the control you need to really understand your financial behavior, make smart adjustments, and consistently improve your bottom line.
You see, by shifting your mindset from just a passive spender to an active manager, you take total ownership. You give every dollar a job to do, you measure your performance, and you strategically plan for a profitable future. So, the only question left is, are you ready to take the job?